But with that being said, a lot of the times, y'all, the finest chicks in the world are absolute pieces of human shit. And let me tell you why. Let me tell you why.
Holy shit, D, you good?
By the way, Tommy's the one that gave us the name Rowdy Boys, mind you, which is why we call it.
Actually,
Really? Andrew did.
No, I thought it was you.
I thought that it was you.
No, I got it from him.
And you got it from Tommy. That's fucking crazy.
Hold up, who got that white girl, save me a bump? Drew over there on the table, he slumped. Pringle dancing like Jamaican on rum. Teddy's in the bathroom taking a hold up. Who got that white girl, save me a line? Tamim got the hookah, he's taking his time. Tommy's wildin', I should break up that fight. But this is a day in the life of the Rowdy Boys.
Gang, gang.
Let me check my stance.
Hey.
squad.
What's going on, everybody? It's the Rowdy Boys back in the building. Drew over here. Pringle in the building. Ted in the building. We got 3/4 of the crew in this thing, man. Say what's up, everybody.
Yo, yo, yo.
Yo, yo. We back. I'm back.
Hey, how was that move, Ted?
Transition is kind of crazy. So basically, for those of y'all who don't know, I just moved to San Antonio, Texas. Moved back to my hometown. It's been alright. For the most part. I mean, I still got a lot of adjusting to do. Also, I tossed out my ring light, and I don't have a new one yet. So my video might be a little dark. I'm gonna try to brighten it up in post. This room I'm shooting in, the sound quality is gonna be bad, but please bear with me, y'all. I'm gonna get my own place soon, and I'm gonna do it all up so that I can bring y'all the quality that y'all subscribe for.
Hey.
But besides that, I've been gone for like 2 months off the podcast, so I'm very happy to be back on the podcast after, so transition, and happy to be shooting with my boys again.
Oh, man, no, it's always a great time. You know what I mean? Having besides Tamim, get your ass a camera, bro. What the fuck? Get your ass a camera and a mic. No, it's a great time whenever, the Rowdy Boys get in and, are able to talk a little bit of shit. But today, we wanted to, we do these videos with the guy's perspective in mind. And I wanted to touch on something, a little bit more of like a, I think we try to do as much grown man stuff as we possibly can. But I wanted to talk about looks today, right? And I wanted to talk about looks in the jurisdiction of a long-term relationship. And I just gotta say, man, for a lot of the dudes out there, I understand, especially, guys are super visual, right? We're like super like looks oriented and everything like that. And I just gotta say, man, especially in a long-term relationship, bro, like looks aren't everything. Yes, I know they're important. Yes, I know you want to be, sexually attracted to your girl. You want to make sure that she has a nice butt you can grab every single damn day, right? But in a long-term relationship, right, I think shooting for those 8s, 9s, and 10s sometimes can be to your detriment. What you got to be saying about that, D?
I'll say it like this. I've always been a proponent of, find someone that you like, right? And don't be ashamed of them, too. If you are someone that likes bigger girls, get you a bigger girl. If you're someone that likes skinnier girls, get you a skinny girl. But don't sit there and get you a skinny girl that is only skinny because she's young, right? Don't get you a skinny girl or a skinny guy that's only skinny because they're young. Like, because you got to understand, like, especially when you get older and you start to slow down and shit, like, the pounds just come naturally. You want to have someone that you got to make sure is active. And if you yourself are just a naturally skinny person, oh, God, that's a whole nother can of worms that you got to, figure out. Because there's a whole bunch of people that now are looking for, like, the dad bods and shit, or now looking for people that are a lot more bulked up. So you also have to be understanding of, like, your position and what you can search for, and then also try to mix that with, like, what is available. So that's my immediate thoughts. What about you?
All right, that was let me try to bring it back home a little bit. But so D, what do you think about like in terms of relationships, right? Now, I'm not necessarily only talking about fat chicks and skinny chicks. I'm talking about everything, right? Like the face, the hair, the ass, the everything, right? What do you think about guys that try to shoot for 8s, 9s, and 10s in, the confinement of a long-term relationship, somebody you want to build with, I think a lot of guys make a mistake of going for, super attractive girls when I don't think they really realize what they're getting themselves into. What you got to say about that?
I mean, that's a tough one because like we all wanna go for the super attractive chick, right? You know, we all want to go for or just like we just love pretty people, right? That's why we let pretty people get away with murder and shit. So I don't blame dudes for going after like the super 8s, 9s, and 10s. I'll say two things. One, understand what women look like without makeup, and two. Understand that the prettier she is, that the more options she has. So you're going to have to be a guy. Like chicks can smoke weed and do nothing and get fucked by anybody. So why in the world is she going to do it with your ass?
Ooh. Yo, that's fucking facts. Yo, Ted, what you got to say about that?
All right, so I'm gonna start this off with two prefaces, okay, for the audience, for the viewers at home. One preface is I'm a little rusty. I haven't shot in 2 months, so please bear with me if I come off a little brash. And the second preface is everything that I'm about to say, just take it with a grain of salt. I don't like to speak in black and white and generalities, so. Of course there's going to be like the unicorns that don't fit this mold that I'm about to set for y'all. And then there's going to be a lot of them that do fit the mold. But with that being said, a lot of the times, y'all, the finest chicks in the world are absolute pieces of human shit. And let me tell you why.
Holy shit, D, you good? 1 second later.
I haven't. Listen, that was a delayed reaction. Hey, real quick. So let me explain why. Because a lot of the times, these girls that have been just fine, and liked and desired their entire life, they never had to work on their personalities.
Yes.
Because they can get everything they want, and they have people falling all over them with these shitty personalities because they look good, right? So, and again, I'm gonna remind y'all, I'm not. I don't want to say that every single 8, 9, and 10 is a piece of. That's not what I'm saying at all. I'm saying that there's a trend where if you're only going for those, odds are most of that pool that you're pulling from, you're not going to find the best personalities. Now, a lot of people don't want to sacrifice looks for personality, right? So I'm gonna put y'all on game, okay? I'm gonna put y'all on game. I'm coming in hot because I haven't shot in 2 months. All right, so listen up and listen good.
Spit that shit.
All right, I'm gonna keep it an absolute fucking stack with you, okay?
Hit the deck, he's shooting.
If you want a fine girl, if you want like the finest girl where everybody's turning their head, and you also want a girl with an amazing personality, you need to find a girl that got fine recently, that's been ugly most of her life, and then she had a glow up and she fine, because she knows that she has to appreciate that people have to like. She basically accustomed herself to have an amazing personality, to work on herself to be a good woman, because her looks weren't cutting it, and then she got the looks, but she's already used to having to actually be a good fucking person from back in the day when she looked like a snaggletooth mongrel, right? So the best fine chicks in the world to start a relationship with are the ones that used to look like fucking like what's his name, Bobby from King of the Hill, and then they ended up fucking glowing up.
Sorry. I'm dying. He's killing me, bro. He's killing me. Bobby from King of the Hill, man.
Fucking Darwin's having the time of his life.
He said, no.
Yo, D, relax.
Hey, I told you I'm coming in hot, man. I ain't shot
no
in a minute.
boob having, bald, short, no fucking, like, God.
just a bald headed, short, fat white kid, and then she just had a glow up. But she been looking like Bobby her whole life. So when she had the glow up, she still got that mentality of like, all right, I still got to attract people with my vibe, and that's the best one. That's best bang for your buck, and the best bet is to go for the ones that have at least had to work on their personality in their life, so they know that they're not just gonna get away with everything just because they look good. I'm gonna throw it back to you, Andrew. I tore the house down.
No, dude, that is straight facts, man. And you know, it's crazy because Darwin, D, Pringle touched on part of the point that I had next, and you also touched on parts of the points that I had next. So I'm gonna transition into that, right? Dog, like what Pringle said about like these 8s, 9s, and 10s having so much options, bro. I don't think y'all realize like how much options they really got, bro. Like all the guys that approach them in person, all the guys that DM them, all the guys that just in general want to be with these chicks, bro. It's crazy. And honestly, for like 85 to 95% of dudes, it's gonna make y'all insecure as hell, man. You know what I'm saying? And in a long-term relationship, all right. Now, mind you, we're talking in long-term relationship because I want guys out there when they hear this video, you go out and you put some of the fucking our life experience and advice into fucking action that you have successful outcomes. I don't want to just be talking shit on the internet for satire purposes, right? Although we do that once in a while. But bro, like the amount of options these girls have, man, it's gonna make y'all insecure as hell, bro. I'll give you an example, right? Now, I went to this nice bar that I go to, like, you know, once in a while whenever I want to shoot pool and have like a beer or two. I went with a pretty good looking chick 2 or 3 weeks ago, right? And dude, I'm telling you, there were so many guys when I walked in, okay, and I was with this chick, so many guys over there started turning heads, you know what I mean? And they were like, you know, trying to get close to her and stuff like that. And I knew what came with the territory, right? But, you know, point being is a lot of you guys that's going to be watching this video, I don't know if you guys can handle that much attention from other guys, you know what I mean, looking at your girl and shit like that. Now, your girl might not even like that 8, 9, or 10 that you wind up bagging for this relationship, right? You just somehow, you got enough money or whatever the case may be, right? You said the right things. She was desperate enough, whatever the case may be, okay? She winds up getting in a relationship with you, and you just go out with her and actually just pay attention to the surroundings. I don't think just off of the guys that are looking at her that a lot of guys are going to want to be with that girl. You know what I mean? Like, there's just so much attention these girls be getting off rip just for existing. You know what I mean? It's like you hand a guy a $10 million check as soon as he turns 18. He didn't have to work for that. He just existed and got it. You know what I'm trying to say? And I don't think a lot of guys understand that shit. No, another thing, too, I want to touch on. Bro, how I just said a little bit about money, 8s, 9s, and 10s, bro, they're expecting shit because they've been gifted with looks and stuff that you operate a certain way. So, yeah, you might be able to pull her for a little bit and, you know what I mean? You said the right thing. You know, you had her for a month. But can you afford the maintenance on this 8, 9, or 10? A lot of times, okay, let's be honest, guys. A lot of times, most guys' pockets aren't deep enough to maintain this girl long term. You know what I'm trying to say? It's just not like that. You know what I mean? I know that. The economy says that. Everything says that, right? And your pocketbook says that. Your wallet says that, all right? So I just want to give a little bit of game right there. 8s, 9s, and 10s, man. Yeah, you might be able to keep her for a month or two or, you know what I mean, do some shit like that. But long-term relationship, remember, 8s, 9s, and 10s are super expensive, bro.
Yeah, and that's a callback to another video that we shot where it's like, yeah, you can bag her, but can you keep her?
Yeah.
And if you going for all these 8s, 9s, and 10s, a lot of the times, not all the time, but a lot of the times they can be materialistic. They have unreasonably high standards. Yeah. Based on, and you can tell based on the looks that you know that. If they're and you know, a lot of them, they have the right to have that standard. If they making money,
yeah.
If they, you know what I mean, they live that life, let them live that life. They earned it, or it just was fucking handed to them, whatever the case may be. That's their life. But if you're choosing to enter into that life, you have to know what that entails.
Absolutely.
And sometimes with the materialistic chicks, that entails that you ain't some just broke bum with nothing going on in your fucking life. And if you think that you deserve her just because, oh, well, I'm a nice guy, I hate to break it to you, but you're a little entitled. because your lifestyle just doesn't match their lifestyle. Not everybody's meant for you. You know what I mean? Sometimes you just gotta let her go and get the dude that actually matches her lifestyle and will give her what she wants out of a relationship.
Ooh, man, that is, damn, bro, that is just some fucking hot. You fucking cooking with some hot grease right now, man. That was beautiful.
Super truth,
Yeah, man. Yeah. Hey, what you got to say, Darwin?
I mean, if I could add on to that, you know what I'm saying? I'll say it is important, one, don't get discouraged. Don't get discouraged because there's 8s, 9s, and 10s in every bracket. Where a lot of guys fuck up is that they try to find the 8s, 9s, and 10s outside of their bracket, right? And what I mean is that it's not just about the money thing or the culture thing, but like, let's take tax bracket, for example. There was a guy and this happened this season, there was a guy that took his girl to the Miami Dolphins game. And they had basically like middle of the field, 3 rows from the field seats. They could see the plays on the bleachers, right? Great fucking seats, right? Miami Dolphins are getting their ass kicked, and here comes the punter sliding in this dude's girlfriend's DMs while they're at the game. That's the kind of shit we're dealing with, friend. Where it's like, okay, you could ball hard, but there is somebody right around the corner ready to ball harder. Okay, so make sure if you are a G League player, make sure you understand that you need to find you an 8, 9, or 10 in the G League. Don't think you can go ahead and recruit LeBron James to your team. It's not happening. It's not happening.
Yo, man, another thing too, right? That I've noticed. Not to like toot my horn or nothing, right? Like I've been fortunate enough to be, blessed. 6'1", damn it, all right. Beautiful mustache, damn it, all right. You know what I mean? Cowboy hat, damn it, all right. No, just let me stop.
I've been blessed with a cowboy hat. It grew from my head.
Andrew, we're not going to be able to post this video on YouTube if you keep sucking your own dick.
Hey, I've been fortunate enough. I've been with a couple good-looking girls. We'll just put it that way, right? And you know what? I really want another thing too, right? That I wanted to drill in the guy's head. And this is just, your big brother, your unc giving you a little bit of advice, right? The one thing too, I think a lot of guys don't know what's gonna happen is a lot of times, bro. These girls that are like 8s, 9s, and 10s. You know what I mean? Well, a 10's kind of like perfection, right? I don't know if anybody's ever perfect, but let's just say 8s, 9s, and 10s for this clip real being, right? 8s, 9s, and 10s, a lot of times, bro, they're just like mediocre in bed. So you thinking in your head like, oh my gosh, if I just get an 8, 9, or 10, I'm gonna have the most amazing, mind-blowing, lay in my whole life. You know what I mean? I'm gonna sleep with one, and it's gonna be absolutely amazing. And to be honest with you, these girls been blessed with so much looks that so many guys are just happy to be there and just be in the act of laying up with these girls that they don't really got to do shit. You know what I'm trying to say? So, they're very mediocre at best at sex. Now, yes, I get it. The visuals of the lay, the visuals of the hookup, it's going to be mind blowing. Yes, she's very attractive. I'm not saying that. But, in terms of like the way she performs, I'm telling you right now, man, you're gonna be pretty disappointed afterwards. You're gonna be like, man, that was probably like, a C+ at best, damn it.
Man, I gotta jump in on that, man.
Please do,
bruh. Man, we could fucking open like the Church of Rowdy Boys, and this could be a whole ass sermon. Dog. Let me tell y'all something. A lot of the times, like how I said, a lot of the finer chicks, they never had to work on their personality because they just use their looks to get what they want, right? A lot of the times, these finer chicks, they ain't never had to do nothing but be lazy fucks, and dudes will still fucking bust just based off the looks alone.
Yeah.
So Andrew was just spitting facts, bro. The view is gonna be great for the most part, but they've never had to get out of their comfort zone and really work hard to please a man versus a fucking 6. If you, man, them, bro, 6s sixes be fucking freaks, bro. They be fucking freaks. They willing to do whatever the fuck it takes for you to just fall all over them because they need to work a little bit harder, right? And I'm sure that, you know what, I ain't even gonna go there. But basically what I'm saying is if you see her and how good she looks as an 8, 9, or 10 and you like, oh my God, this is gonna be the best sex, bro, a lot of them are just fucking sex dolls with a heartbeat, bro. They just gonna lay there and they just gonna take it because that's all they've ever had to fucking do. Ooh, and if you've never had a 5 or a 6, I'm telling you, you are doing yourself a disservice because you're gonna see that they actually work way fucking harder and they actually do a lot more and they're willing to do a lot more because they've had to fucking, because of their competition.
Right.
They're like, yeah, she looks better, but I do this a lot better. And you was like, oh my God, I've never fucking seen that before.
Yes.
And it's because like they know they have something to prove. You know what I mean? They have something to prove. A lot of them, they took their insecurities of their bodies and they're like, all right, I'm insecure about this part of my body, this part of my body. So I'm going to compensate for that by being better in bed, right? But girls have never had to, 8s, 9s, and 10s have never had to do that. They're just like, yeah, I just fucking lay there and just do it. Let him do whatever the fuck he wants to me.
Right.
I mean, sometimes, man, I've been with some 8s, 9s, and 10s where I've had to check her fucking pulse because I'm like, this bitch ain't doing shit. Is she still with us? You know what I mean?
She's just
What you
lying
gotta say
there.
about that, Pringle?
Bro, yo, if I gotta jump in. So y'all know me, man. I'm a quality over quantity guy, man. I'm very picky with my women, and this is exactly why. Because the last thing I want to do is have a bad experience in bed where it's just like, where she giving me the floppy fish. Where she, like, you know, like, I'm like,
The floppy fish.
yeah. Yo, look, I'm gonna say that Ted is speaking on it right now. Have y'all heard chicks say broke niggas give the best dick? It's the same fucking formula with chicks, where the non-conventionally good looking chicks, the chicks that don't translate well onto Instagram or Twitter, on social media or like that, you know, your quote unquote plain Janes or whatever, right? I'm telling you, you get it's night and day between what you think you expect from a Scarlett Johansson looking girl versus what you about to get from this Kate Blanchett looking MILF picking you up at the bar. Like,
Yep.
Yeah.
I am.
Man, hey, I'll even say this, man. If we gonna open the Church of Rowdy Boys, man, the first commandment, right? The first commandment. The lower the number, the better the head.
The lower the number, the better the head.
The lower the number, the better the head, man. Golly.
I'm gonna transition into the story, right? But before I do that, make sure that you guys like the video, subscribe to the channel, share the video with a friend, family member, anybody that can use this advice, and comment in the comment section below, man. Like, if you believe us, if you don't believe us, if you've been through this in real life situation. And, I just needed to give a quick example, man, because, some people might hear this and be like, nah, I want to hear something that happened in your life to justify this, right? All right, let me give you guys a quick story. One day, if I get enough subscribers on YouTube, I might actually do a whole podcast, a 2-hour-long podcast, and break down all the details of this day, right? But long story short, there was this girl. She looked like a damn book nerd, right? Like a damn book wizard. Like, she just stays in the fucking library all day. She had damn, and I want to also make sure too, before I go on, like, I don't want you compensating like on your standards, and if you've worked towards like a high level as a guy, to be like, oh, all right, they're like Drew, Pringle, and Ted is saying, oh, the 8s, 9s, and 10s ain't shit, so I'm gonna go get me a 4 or some shit like that. I'm gonna compromise everything. No. I just wanted to elevate the conversation and let people know that 8s, 9s, and 10s are not what they're all cracked up to be in a long-term relationship. All right? That's all I wanted to say. Just open your horizons and just be open-minded about that. That, she might be a 6 or a 7, but she could compensate in other ways, right? All right. Now that I got that out the way. So, girl that I was talking to, right? She messaged me first, actually, and she's like, oh my gosh, like I would love to get to know you, blah blah blah, right? And this girl is looking like a straight up book nerd. Like she has these big fucking glasses on. I would say she's like in the scale of looks like a 6.5, right? Nothing super crazy, but nobody's gonna say she's ugly. She's kind of like right there, you know, girl next door cute, whatever, right?
Basically, a plain Jane.
Plain Jane, yeah, that's a good way to put it, yeah. And literally a plain Jane, white chick, right? Blonde hair, blue eyes, glasses on, right? And she's just super shy. It's kind of cute, right? So I'm like, okay. So I go to meet up with her, and yeah, that's how I found out she's shy and cute. Didn't find that over text, right? So we go. We have a little bit. We have something to eat at a local spot out here, and you know, I just like her vibe and everything. She was a super cool person. And you know, she made up for that, like kind of like how Ted was saying. So she kind of made up for that, you know, I guess you could say lack of looks compared to the 8s, 9s, and 10s with her personality and being funny. And, you know, she's got like this cute little, like, you know, like library cute, right? Like she's like, oh, just all shy and shit. I'm like, all right, yeah, you're kind of cool. Long story short, fellas, man, that chick, that girl that was not an 8, 9, or 10, more like a 6.5. Till today, no girl has... I don't even know if I can say this on fucking camera and post it on some video.
Yeah. Say it, motherfucker. Say it.
I'm talking nose to the nutsack in 69. Okay? I'm talking like this shit. And she didn't stop. That was like look at how big my eyes are. I'm being serious with y'all right now. Like, this chick did not stop for like 30 minutes. I was like, I literally looked and I smacked.
Hey, hold up. Run that back. You said nose to the nutsack.
Dude,
Yeah,
I'm literally
that's
like, I'm 69ing, right? So I just wanted to see the view and everything right there, right? So she's got her, so she's got her face. I mean, she's got her ass in my face, right? And dude, I literally, after like 15 minutes of her literally, like the tip of her nose, like pressed up against my nutsack, deep throating it. I was like, how is this even possible? Like, how is this chick even alive after all this? So I like look,
Man.
I look, and I'm like, babe, are you okay? And she's like, full of meat still, right? Fucking mouth still full of meat. And I'm like, are you good? She's like, I'm like, okay, you want to keep going? And she kept going again. Bro, let me tell you something. Shout out to her. I met the throat goat that day. That chick, nobody's touched that chick yet. That chick won fucking championship belts that day, all right? That chick won championship belts.
Not even close.
Not even close, man. You know what I mean? And
Get that bitch some flowers.
What's that?
I say, get that bitch some flowers.
Get us some flowers, man. Somebody needs to get this chick a check, damn it. She needs to get paid for that. Like that is too good of a skill to not get paid for. So, like, dude,
man, we are going to coin the phrase from here on out. If you hear this phrase, just know it came from the Rowdy boys. Nose to nutsack, man. how you like your head? Hey, how I like my head. Nose to nutsack, motherfucker. And I ain't settling for nothing less.
Hey,
golly.
and I want to make sure, you know what I mean? We have videos where I've personally said, you know what I mean? Like, it came out of my fucking mouth that I don't believe that guys should engage in a whole bunch of frivolous fucking, you know what I mean, hookups and shit like that. But, you know, I had that time period in my life where I did do that, right? And looking back at it now, it was a great experience and shit like that. And, you know, I met the throat goat, but it also led me to disappointments. You know why? Now when I get with a fucking 8, 9, or 10 and they don't do that, I always go back to her and I'm like, man, dude, like this cute little fucking shy library looking chick with big ass magnifying glasses on her fucking eyes, essentially. That's how big her fucking glasses were. Literally went nose to nutsack, man, and that chick changed my life forever, bro.
Homie,
Man,
looking at the portrait.
Hey, before we wrap up the video, man, I think this is a great time for me to also share a little story with y'all. And I'm sorry my video is getting a little darker. I'm gonna try to fix it in post for the viewers at home. But so you know, you say you met the throat goat and she was like a 6.5, right, Andrew?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna tell y'all about the time I met the booty goat and she was about a 2, right?
Oh, the dreaded 2. This was after the dry spell.
Fucking 2.
And I don't think I've shared this story on the Rowdy Boys channel. So this is a Rowdy Boys exclusive.
Like and subscribe, please.
So let me tell y'all about the booty goat, right? So this was a chick. She was like a 2, man. I mean, horrible. Like even like down to the hairline. Like there was something wrong with the hair and the hairline. Like her hair was like thin as hell. Like it was like thinning. But she was like college age. So I was like, what the fuck is going on? Like the hairline was crazy.
Oh, that GMO chicken.
The face was crazy. Yeah.
All kind of bad genes.
I mean, she looked like she was born like in a country next to Chernobyl. You know what I mean? Like she looked like there was some radioactive shit going on, or she had like that, maybe that on top of like alcohol, fetal syndrome. I don't know what the fuck was going on. Right?
Alcohol fetal syndrome. What the fuck?
What's
is
it
that?
called?
Yeah, no, you got it
called?
right. Yeah, the fetal when
Yeah.
the mama drinks while pregnant. Yeah, alcohol fetal syndrome.
Right. So
yeah.
so there was something crazy going on. Exactly. So there was something crazy going on, but like she, I could tell she was a freak by the time I met her. So we was like, all right, let's get into it, right? So, we smashed a couple times. It was cool. And then one time, it was like 3 a.m. and she hits me with that "you up" text. Now this is freshman year of college, right? I have a roommate like directly in my room, and he's asleep like a few feet away from me on the other side of the room. And she hits me up with that "you up" text at like 3 a.m. So I was like, yeah. She was like, all right, let me come over. I was like, all right, cool. So, and I've told probably the Rowdy Boys this story about 5-6 different times over the course of our 10-year long friendship, right? But basically, or brotherhood, more like it. Basically, she came over like 3 a.m. and we kind of were being quiet, right? So I just like kind of slide her into the bed and shit, and like we under the covers, and the bed creaks like a motherfucker. So you gotta like really take it slow and just be like secretive about it, basically. So
Right.
Basically she's on her stomach, right? So I just like lay on her back. So I lay on her back and I just pop it in, and I'm just like giving the slow strokes, because if I give any more, then the fucking bed's gonna start creaking. My roommate's gonna wake up and shit, right? So I just kind of lay on her back, and I'm just like being real quiet, pop it in, and I just start going to town. And then, of course, as you know, when you try to keep it low in volume, sometimes you get a little excited, it gets a little louder, then you gotta bring it back down, and then it gets louder, you gotta bring it back down, right? So it was kind of like that. And then I get off, and then because I was being too loud, I was like, all right, I'm gonna just get off and just finish with my hand, right? So I'm trying to finish with my hand, and I go down to where I was, and then I'm like, this feels a little weird. And then I went a little bit further down, and I realized,
fuck.
like, hold up, I was just right here. Let me illustrate that. I was like, I was just right here, but then right here is where the goods are. So I'm like, wait, I was literally just right here. And so once I realized that, right, I whispered to her like real quietly. I was like, was I in your ass that whole time? And she just nods her head. And I was like,
That's fucking crazy.
And you just took that shit like a champ? And she goes, just nods her head. I'm like, that didn't hurt at all? And she just like looks at me and just gives me a little peck on the lips, like, like shit, yeah, like you know me, like she basically was just like the fuck, man. I can't say it in any other words, man. This is the fucking booty goat, man. Like I had no fucking idea, and she just, man. But anyway, I maybe I shouldn't have shared that story, but hey, I'm back after 2 months. And we back, and we gonna keep it on a regularly scheduled program from now on. We shooting again. If y'all got anything else to say, go and say it, because if we gonna shoot another video, we gotta wrap this one up.
Yeah. You got anything to close out with, D? And then I'll say some final words.
I would say, you know what I'm saying? A lot have been said here, but find someone, love who you love. Find that balance between that that beauty in the streets and the freak in the sheets. Find that balance, and you will be a happy, happy person.
Yeah, I really hope that you guys got something, you know what I mean? And, you know, obviously, this probably caters a little bit more to the younger guys, you know what I mean? That, you know, like, just are super, you know, visually based and everything like that. And I think it's very important, especially long-term relationship parameters, that we as guys don't only look at a girl's looks, because there's a lot of other things that go into a whole relationship besides looks, right? You know what I mean? The way she makes you feel, can you be around this person, her personality, maybe she cooks your fucking favorite food, right? All those kind of things, it really, really matters and it's important. And yeah, we made this video a little bit more lighthearted and stuff like that, and we wanted to show you our experiences with a little bit less attractive women than, you know, 8, 9, or 10, maybe a 6, maybe a 7, and they are just, you know, they were fucking great, you know what I mean? They're still fucking great fucking people, and I think guys should consider maybe not, I'm not saying, you know, go from only dating 9s and 10s to going for a 2 or a 3. I'm just saying keep it in mind that, you know, looks aren't everything, even though we're visual as hell, and that, you know, it's good to keep an open mind and, you know, really look for qualities that are besides looks, right? So that's all I got to say about that.
Yep. So be sure to like this video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, comment down in the comment section anything, how crazy those stories were, that you're gonna use a nose to nutsack from now on, or anything that you take away from this video, and share this video with anybody that you think could use this solid quality advice. And we will see y'all next time. Peace.
Peace.